it's Leah from the Ida Public Library here with another Teen Grab and Go craft for you. This will be a kit that you can pick up from the downstairs in the children's library. So those will be available while supplies last. But today I want to show you guys, I'm going to show you guys how to make a do-it-yourself phone stand. So you can have a stand to just, set up your phone so you can watch videos or whatever you need to have it sitting up for. I'm going to show you how to make that out of some very simple materials. So in your kit, you're going to have a couple of things. You're going to have 2 toilet paper towel rolls. And you're going to have a variety of little fancy papers. But you can, if you don't like any of the papers that you got in your kit, any thin sort of paper will work. Wrapping paper and fancy napkins are also really good options. I'm going to use this like fun musical notes paper. And that's what you'll have in your kit. What you will also need is you're going to need some scissors, a little paintbrush. This little foam kind is fine. A regular kind is fine. Preferably one that you don't really care about because you might not be able to wash the Mod Podge out of it. Speaking of which, you'll need a little bit of Mod Podge. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. And then some hot glue. You can actually probably use some regular glue for this too. I just find hot glue to be the most helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug this in so we can heat up and then we'll get started. So first we're going to work on making the actual stand part so that we can go ahead and decorate it. So I'm going to push my paper in the Mod Podge aside for now, and we're just going to focus on these little guys here. So go ahead and take your scissors. And we're going to cut this first one in half lengthwise. So I'm going to cut through here. And then we're going to go over to the other side. And about as even as you can. We want them to be about the same size. Alright, so now we've got these 2 little half pieces. Once my hot glue is warmed up, what we're going to do is we're actually going to sandwich these together, give them a little bit more sturdiness. This is the part where you're actually going to be setting your phone. So we'll set those aside for now. Then we're going to take this guy and we're just going to make one cut. We want just one slit open so that we can glue our stand inside it. Okay? There, so we got that and we've got this. All right, once our glue is ready, I'll show you what the next step is. All right, so now that we've got our glue, we're going to take our 2 little pieces here. I'm going to put some glue just on the inside here. I'm running out of glue. Yeah, just go ahead and put some glue in on the inside. Stick this on right inside. Press it down. You can see mine's kind of peeling a little bit on the side. Oh, it's actually just falling apart. The glue dried too quickly. All right, I'll have to redo that. See if I can get it to work that time. And if it's still kind of peeling up, you can kind of get in there with the glue, press it down. Until you're satisfied with it being sturdy enough. All right, so then we got this our little bit that we're gonna use for our little stand part. Now we're gonna take our mostly full piece and we are gonna go ahead and we're going to just attach it in on here like so. So we're gonna kind of just slide it in. We're gonna attach it here at the top and then we'll do some glue on the bottom. So we'll go ahead. I'll just put a little bit along the edge here. And then we'll just kind of sandwich that on top. I'm gonna press that down, make sure it's staying. Yeah, there we go. And then on the other side, just kind of like stick it like this. Yeah, because we're going to stand it up like this, and then our phone's going to go in this little section here. So we're just going to go ahead and stick it down here, kind of push it up against, and then use a little glue just right along that seam there. And then just kind of hold it till it sets. Again, you can absolutely do this part with just regular tacky glue or liquid glue. It's just going to take longer. All right, we got ourselves a pretty nice little base here. I'm going to bend this a little bit so that it has more of a shelf. All right, so now what we got is we got the beginnings of our, and so we kind of got to stand right here like this. I can show you. And stick your, okay, my phone is a little too heavy inside its case. Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, mine's not quite sticking, so I'm gonna bend it a little bit. There we go. Just get a little bit. Stick your phone just like that. And you got yourself a little phone stand. You can always stick it a little bit further in if you need a little bit more of a bend. All right, so now that we got this all set up, now it's time to decorate it. So you've got a lot of options where you can do, obviously you've got your fancy paper that I've included in your kits that you can use to cover the way I'm gonna show you how to do it. You can use any other kind of paper, tissue paper, wrapping paper, fancy napkins. You could just paint this, cover it in stickers. It's really up to you, but I'm gonna show you the Mod Podge version. All right, so I'm gonna flip this paper over. All right. If you're gonna do the Mod Podge version, you're want to go in like little chunks at a time, because you want to make sure you get as few you make it look as smooth as possible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like make a nice little fold here. So you're gonna take your Mod Podge, just get a little bit. Whoop, don't drip it all over the place. Just spread a little bit of it directly onto your cardboard. Then kind of like wrap it over. Oh. All right. So that's kind of on there. Oh, yeah, it's gonna run away. And then we'll just go on the back side. Paint a little bit. And hold it down. Again, you're just gonna want to go in a little bit at a time, just so you can avoid getting too many bubbles. It'll make it a little smoother. Okay. So I'll go ahead and fast forward this part. Once we get to the finished product, I'll show you how it looks. And there you go. As you can see from my sped up version, I did have to go in and add a little more glue on the inside because it did pop while I was working on the covering. If you want to give it a little bit more of a finished look, you can cut out a piece of the same paper or a different paper to do a little glue, do a little hot glue along the edges and just kind of pat it on top. Mine's a little messy. I could have done a better job of cutting. Yeah, this project will probably work better with something thinner than this paper, with like wrapping paper or fancy pretty napkins, but it is absolutely doable with this paper, and you'll have a couple different options to choose from in your kits. So if you enjoyed this craft and you think it might be useful for you, go ahead, come on in and grab a kit while supplies last, and that'll be our teen grab and go for this month. All right, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in another video. Bye-bye.
Bye.